guys to everyone. It's Ada from Pause and Rock, and I have the pleasure to have with me Kevin Steele. You, I mean, people knows you from being in Roxx Gang, and as people knows, I am a big. I came from that genre, hard rock. It's me, so I always love the Roxx Gang, and for me, interviewing you could be like it's like a meeting. I don't know, one of my idols. So I'm really honored to have you here. So first of all, Kevin, how are you?
I'm doing great. I'm so excited about my new album.
Yeah. And I mean, of course, after so many years with Mojo Girls and Roxx Gang, what brought you to release a first solo album?
Well, if you had asked me less than a year ago, even, I probably would have told you I was done.
Re-
I had no
really?
plans on doing anything else after the Mojo Gurus. I lost
Yeah.
I lost one of my guitar players in the Mojo Gurus to an overdose, and I was just I don't know. I just felt like I felt like I'd done my thing and whatever. I had a lot of stress in my life I was trying to get rid of. I went through a really hard time about 2 years ago. They found a brain tumor,
I'm sorry.
and I had that it was benign, thank God, but I still, I had that brain surgery. And so I was trying to get rid of all the stress in my life, and rock and roll life could be very stressful at times.
Bad.
And but then I met this cat. He's a local guitar player, Billy Summer, and we met at a party. And he's a good 10 years younger than me. And he's saying, when I was learning how to play guitar, I wore that Roxx Gang tape out. And he found out I had a bunch of songs written because even though I haven't played live in quite some time, I never stopped writing songs.
Of course.
And he invited me to his studio,
Okay.
and things just went so quickly and so naturally that like we started off with two songs, turned into five, turned into 10. Next thing I knew, I had an album.
Oh my God, that's you see, that's also, I guess, somehow the life gives you back what you deserve. Like you went through a lot, and I have to say, really, I'm impressed and about your being brave and strong because that's not, like these are tough things to go in a short period of time. And not many people would be like here putting out themselves and doing music. So for that, I admire you. You are a good inspiration for a lot of young people that say, "Oh, I have a problem," and I just
Yeah. Well, I got a very strong sense of denial, so I put it all out of my head. I
so.
got a piece of titanium in there now.
But that's you see, like it's the smile of people that went through a lot that I guess inspire as well and needs to inspire many, especially young person that are complaining about even the smallest thing. Like,
Right.
yeah, and of course, one thing's left to do is the title of the album, your first solo album. What is about the title meaning? Because it's one thing's left to do. What is left to do? This
Well, there is a song. There's a song on the album
yeah.
called "One Thing Left to Do." It's pretty dark. It's about a guy who's lost everything, and now he's lost his girl, and there's only one thing left to do.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
when I was thinking of a title for the album, I thought this very well could be my last album.
Of
And so I
course.
thought it was appropriate title, One Thing Left to Do. And my very first album with Roxx Gang was called Things You've Never Done Before. So it kind of full circle.
Things never done before. But who knows? Maybe this because like you've been like I said, one of the most influential frontman in that really fucking gold era. I mean, I think if we start to know about people, we know each other. We kind of knew the same person from Lorraine Lewis. I don't know, Joel Ellis from Cat in Boots. We can go along for all days. Bangalore Choir. It's all band that I listened to, and people can ask you about the same, about the same thing. I was back then. It's about we know a house back then. Of course, it's beautiful to remind those days, but it's important about what is today.
Right.
And today it's your first your solo album, and who knows, could be the last, could be the first, could be the beginning of new things. That's
You never know.
yeah, exactly. So the album as well, it opens with your first single that you released, and which is already One Thing's Left to Do. But then the second track is a Snack Charmer,
Mhm.
which is reminds me of kind of, you know, like that kind of a vibe, kind of a sexy-ish vibe. So I
Well,
really like it as a title, though.
yeah, it's got a kind of a sexy groove. And
Yeah.
you know, because it's a song all about seduction and temptation. And
Well,
that's a story as old as the original sin, you know.
yeah, that's true. That's true. So, and in this album, you just kind of brought up as well with yourself as the sound, as the songwriting that you always had with you in throughout all these years, or something changed in the songwriting. Because I'm not talking about, because you always been the songwriter, so it's you. So it's something changed through like all these years. You start as well to develop a new way of songwriting, or you always kept the songwriting that has been in you.
Well, I'm a very selfish songwriter. I write songs to please myself,
Of course.
and I just hope that other people can get on the train, you know.
Just
But
do what I want. Just
but nothing's really changed in my songwriting approach other than, you know, I've grown up.
of
I
course.
was I was a kid in Roxx Gang in my 20s, you know, and you know, my own musical tastes have matured a lot,
Of
and I
course.
would like to think that my songwriting has matured a little bit. And
Yeah.
you know, like when I see some of my peers, people who start about my age who
Yeah.
started at the same time, and I see them still, you know, they're in their 60s and they're still singing songs that are aimed at prepubescent girls. It's kind of creepy.
It's yeah. I know I know just there are still like you know, especially frontmen, they are still stuck in that time being
Yeah.
and still, you know, like bringing back the song again, republishing the song again, and still thinking they are in their 20s.
Yeah, I have no interest really in performing Roxx Gang songs because
It's your new
that
skill.
was a snapshot of time, you
Yeah,
know, of
exactly.
me in that time, and like I kind of feel silly singing "Scratch My Back."
Of
I'm in my
course,
60s now. Like
of course.
it's I don't know.
I
I,
know, but it's understandable. Like, of course, it's the Kevin Steele that is today, not like there was 20, 25 years ago, 30
right.
years ago. Of course, changes. And
It's like David Bowie didn't stay Ziggy Stardust forever. You
yeah,
know,
exactly. It's
he grew and matured.
of course. And then, you know, like the album goes because we were kind of saying quite kind of, let's say, not too much, but at least a short meaning about each song to also
Okay.
gave an idea to the people. There is the Bad Spring Boogie. It reminds me of something about it's that like what is it? It's something like a dance in the bed.
I haven't matured that much. I still got to get the old sex, drugs, and rock and roll theme
I
going once
think
in a
that's a
while.
little bit stay, even if you're 90s. Let's not forget Lemmy though. Yeah, let's not forget Lemmy.
So the Bed Spring Boogie is about a girl that with an insatiable appetite for dancing, but she's only interested in one dance, the Bed Spring Boogie.
I like you see what I like about this kind of songwriting that you have and that you always is about because it's not about things that are not it's like about the daily the life the fun part of life but also the sad part of life. It doesn't matter where it came from, it goes through the real truth of life. Can be harsh, can be sweet, can that's what I like. And also how the way it's written, it's straight, it's direct, that's what I like. And that's why I go make all tattoos about with the songs of that time being. And I mean, going on, there is a I know what you're up to.
Yeah,
Not like your album.
that's a song about trust, or the lack thereof. It's about everybody knows someone that smiles in their face, but when your back is turned, the knives come out. And this is a warning to people like that. I know
Okay.
I know what you're up to.
Oh my God. I mean, I can start to count on my fingers or anything. That's the reality of the, I guess, of the humanity growing up. Because when you're a kid, or at least a teenager in your 20s, everyone is a friend. But when you got older, you start to see that actually not so many people that you think were friends actually were friends. And they
Right.
put this fake smile like, oh, it was so nice to meet you. Bang. And then there is sad, sad song.
Yeah.
It's a
So
sad, sad song.
it's a little different. I've never written a song that was so introspective, and
Okay.
it's really here. I'll tell you a little story that kind of explains the song.
Of
So
course.
I was talking on the phone one day with a friend of mine that played all the keyboards on the album,
Okay.
and we were going over song by song
Okay.
the songs he was going to play on and what I was expecting out of him, And we got to this song, Sad, Sad Song. And I go, I got one more song. It's a little bit different. It's a ballad and it's kind of melancholy. As a matter of fact, it's called Sad, Sad Song. And he said, well, what's that about, Kevin? And I said, well, it's a song about regrets. And it's a song about all the times I let down the people in my life who I cared about the most. And it's a song about all the stupid mistakes I've made in my life. And there was a pause for just a second. And my friend Steve said, so it's a really long song. Fair
Well,
enough, Steve. And yeah, that's what it's about. It's me
but
just it's about regrets.
yeah, but also regrets and
We
also,
all have a few.
yeah, but also these make us who we are today, in the good or in the bad.
That's right.
And then the nine life blues. I mean, I love blues in any way of shape of form because
So Nine Lives Blues, on my first Roxx Gang album, Things You Never Done Before, there was a
yeah,
song. There was a song on that album called Nine Lives. And so I thought it would be a cool kind of tip of the hat to the past to revisit that song.
that's
And I
great.
gave it a whole new treatment and turned it into the Nine Lives Blues.
Okay, so I guess it has more bluish
Yeah. Yeah.
sound. That's beautiful. I mean, I love every type of music. Like I interviews extreme metal band. I interviewed really super talented guy from Netherlands a few minutes ago called Stainless. They are like hard rock and roll, but they are stuck in Netherlands, like amazing band. But if there's something about really, it's me. Like you said, you're selfish about writing. I'm selfish about my genre. So, and I never expect that I got to interview like musician like you or David Reese or Joel Ellis or Doug Aldrich, and I can go for a decade. Lauren Lewis,
It's
and
not a it's not a it's not really a traditional blues song like I wasn't
yeah,
trying to
but
it's got a big rock sound, but it is
yeah,
blues.
that's the thing. It's kind of the bluesy that you can almost dance as well.
Yeah.
That's the thing that for me is like you only got this sound from musician and singer and composer like you and songwriter like you. They can came this sound. So I'm selfish to say it. I'm sorry to all the music scene, but it's true, honestly. That's I don't know what was built like influences, lifestyle, but you were able to put really, and you're able to put really like that sound and soul in the song. Even if it is just dancing in the bed, whatever, or just shutting your head, there's something about that. So I have to really, I'm saying it from my heart because that's what I mean. If I have to, because if you can dance with any music, but especially with hard rock, that's for sure. I mean, you can't dance with that metal or you, but with that you can. And for me, when a song is danceable, even a ballad, even with the solo guitar, it reach the perfection. And until now, I never got any disappointment, especially from like a musician like you. And then going there, of course, there is a nobody tells me when to quit, and there's the Nana song. How it's called? Like, I mean, there's a double title. I mean, why the title? Why the Nana song?
Did you skip over Fingers Crossed?
Yeah, I skipped it, but we go back there then.
Okay.
I'm curious about this Nana song because I was really like, oh, Nana song.
That has to do with the chorus. When you hear it, you'll understand it. But
Okay.
Nobody Tells Me When to Quit is kind of a funk song, and
Okay.
and it's very danceable, and it's that song goes out. That song's dedicated to everyone who has ever tried to stand in between me and having a good time.
Okay.
The people that said, "I think you've had enough, Kevin."
But that's, I mean,
That's who that song's dedicated to.
that's,
Nobody
I
tells
get,
nobody
yeah,
tells me when to quit.
exactly. That's why this could be not your last album. I'm positive for that. And of course, we come back to the 7 tracks that we just a little bit skipped because I was curious about another song. Finger Crossed.
So fingers crossed. I am a fan of a lot of different genres of music, right? It's
Okay.
got to be good, of course. Uh, I like old school country, not the country they play these days, which is like pop music with an
No,
accent.
like,
I'm talking about old school soulful country like Hank Williams and George Jones and the
okay.
outlaw guys like Waylon and Willie and Johnny Cash. So
The
with
country.
those influences in mind, I wrote this song. It's kind of tongue in cheek, and it's a guy singing to his girl saying, I had my fingers crossed every time that I said I love you.
Yeah, I mean, many people can do like this. It's a this is something that never changed. It's always a kind of thing that happened. How many times in a lifetime we said to someone without maybe even I love you, and we never maybe meant it because it was more affection than that. So it's better maybe sometimes being honest and say maybe is nothing.
But there's a lot of guys are bastards, and they
I
say
mean, I
they say
think
I love you.
I think it goes both ways, Kevin. It goes both ways. There are men that are kind of a player, but there are also girls that are also player. And that's worldwide renewed. It's not
I,
just
I agree with you 100% there.
yeah. That's why I said to my mom, I'm gonna be a nun one day, like, or at least I'm gonna take a dog, get lost in the mountain, take a guitar or a bass, just the best life ever. And then, of course, we're gonna go with the my baby didn't come home last night. So she didn't run away. She ran away.
That one is an old time rocker. It's got some great honky tonk piano in it, and yeah, it's just a fun song. It's just I wasn't really writing from experience, but I just thought it was a cool. I don't know where I got the idea for the song title, but once I had the title, the song just followed, just flowed
Really,
out.
yeah, but I think also this type of song are needed somehow because again, this is life. You see, you write about life. You don't write about dragons and whatever the fuck is going on in the world. You write about what is next to you. What do you see and experience? At least what is real. That's why I think this album will really please the Roxx Gang fan, but also new fan of Kevin Steele.
From your mouth to God's ear.
Yeah, so
I hope you're right.
I mean, I'm never wrong about when it comes to music. And here I says what the fuck? The selfish. Okay, I can't say it. Here I say it in a really, in a way that I think it's a not not maybe like presumptuous, but I mean, you're here after all these years making music. You've been through a lot. Like, come on, and you're here making music. That says already quite a lot, Kevin. So,
Well, I'm a hard guy to get rid of.
And as the last song says, there's a better day coming.
Better Day Comin is a big epic song. Well, some people, when they've listened to it, have thought that I was talking about religion, like there's a better day coming, but it's not about religion. It's about hope. It's just
Okay.
about hope, because no matter who you are, no matter what your religion is, no matter what your politics are, no matter who you
Yeah.
love, just to get out of bed in the morning in this crazy world we live in, you need a little bit of hope.
Yeah,
You
no,
know?
no, but that's fucking true. And you know how many songs and many people they're going through mental health issue like depression, anxiety, whatever, even trauma. They stay in a fucking bed, they can get up in the morning, even I mean take a shower. But there's always gonna be a little bit of hope. Sometimes you need to reach out for help as well, but help can be music as well.
I've always found a lot of comfort in music. It's got me through some hard
Yeah,
times. I had a pretty rough childhood.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Um, I'm when I was 8 years old, my mother was murdered,
I'm so
and
sorry to lose you. That man was
and music, and it kind of turned my life upside down. And I went through some pretty tough years there, and music was a big escape for me. And
yeah,
glam rock, I'm talking 70s glam rock. Like I was a huge fan of like T-Rex and Mott the Hoople and the New York Dolls. And that music was such an escape for me to take me away from my shitty reality.
yeah,
And not to sound corny or nothing, but one of the things that motivated me over the years
yeah,
was that I just hoped that in some small way I could provide that same escape to some
yeah.
kid as I got from music, you know?
Of course, because you know, like because yes, and thank you for first of all for sharing a part of your life because I don't take for granted that you go there and share like your life, but it's a rough thing that a child has to go through. But as you see, you pull of your strength always. This shows that you are a strong person, a strong man, and you made it till today. And when I was a younger, like you know, listening to your music, listening to any songs, there has been like, of course, you know, like one of the most famous, No Easy Way Out, you know, like it's one of the most famous. But that song, it was like, you know, when I had a moment in my life that I felt trapped with a abusive partner and stuck in a peak of a fucking mountain, literally. There was no easy way out. And you know what I had in my old because we're talking about 15 years ago. There was I had a kind of I don't know small phone with you, I downloaded the video and put it there. That's how I listened. I was listening seeing the video, listening the song, thinking, no easy way out. Yeah, but there is a way out. Then it's not easy, but there is a way out. So that song, for example, helped me in 2000 whatever to just get out of that fucking place. So that's a way. So in my case, your song, there could be these, could be other songs that you wrote, helped, and who knows, maybe this album, who knows, I'm sure with this album you will help as well because it's music that make us have hope, get the strength, have a laugh, cry, and without the ballad, come on, what the fuck word would it be? It would be a wasted word. Like we need a ballad every now and then because we need to have a tears here and there, and we need.
I'm here to give it to you.
I don't want to cry at the moment. I'm just having. I got a really, of course, in this project that will be released. You're also planning some live shows going on with there, or it's just only a release of the album.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that.
I said that you're also planning some release, like
yeah,
live shows.
yeah. The album drops on February 27th.
27th, yeah.
That same night, we're doing a big record release concert.
That's cool.
It's here in I live in St. Petersburg, Florida.
Okay,
That's where the show is. So if anybody watching this lives in Florida,
Joy.
come down. It's going to be a
and of course, let's give also a quick share out, or let's introduce, because of course then there is a live band, of course.
Yes.
So who is involved?
Well, the guy I mentioned earlier that I recorded this and co-produced the album with me, Billy Summer, he's one of the guitar players.
Okay.
And then there's another guitar player, Matt Boyle. There's a drummer, Steven C. Tanner. The keyboard player is Lee Pons. The bass player is Jim Stevens. I think that's everybody.
Okay. So there's a kind of a whole lineup ready for you to
yeah, I got all the all-star players from the Tampa Bay area.
Yeah, Tampa Bay area.
Quite a little band. We're going to tear the roof off that place.
Yeah. So this is going to be, at least at the moment, the only live show planned.
Well, right now, but again, I don't know. The future is really up in the air. I'm looking into some festivals right now, but I'm at my age, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not really crazy about going out on the road again.
Yeah.
When I was in my 20s and when you're staying in crummy motels and eating crappy food, it's not a big deal when you're in your 20s, you know. But when you get to be my age, the indignities of the road become a little bit more hard to take,
Yeah, but I think as well, like right now, I mean, it's not like like being a new band going on a Sunset Strip, going on touring in the US, could be Europe. I think now it's gonna be a little bit more different. There is like a proper, like maybe tour bus or a proper flight and a hotel, something maybe different. But I really hope to see you live. I'm gonna be in US next November. It's my birthday. I'm gonna join for my birthday, hopefully. But I will be in Oklahoma because I have a best friend living there. But then I'm gonna back home. Otherwise, the US authority think I'm gonna stay there. No, I have to go back home to my parents. So I just wanna. But it's gonna be also my first time, and I look forward to just be there and take the car, because I'm a driver. I think I'm born in the wrong country. I'm a driver. I mean, Sicily, it's cool. I live in Sicily. It's cool. But I am the only one that I took the car, I drive, I put the music, of course, from music from a band, and I start to drive. And people say to me, "Are you crazy? You're going driving 2 hours?" And no, I'm the wrong country. I am the wrong country. Just give me the highway. Just give me the music. Just make me feel alive.
You live in Sicily?
Yeah.
I'm half Italian.
Really? From where?
My folks are from Naples, though.
Oh, southern. So,
Galito. Yeah. My mother's maiden name was Galito. Her mother's maiden name was Pasquale.
Pasquale, yeah. There's always a little bit. That's why I said all the time that South Italy has a lot in common with people from US, like the way of being, like talkative, moving the hand gesture, being loud. Because somehow a lot of Italians crossed the board, went to US, but that's also one of the reasons why I'm looking forward to be there, because most of my friends are spreading US, and I look forward one day, and I wish you to, first of all, go amazing with this album, and I think that you will have new fans, younger guys, younger girls, like the young side, but also the old fans of Roxx Gang, and they would be really, really pleased about that. Because I am, so, and I'm not easy to, because of course, I listen all the band that, and I really like, if I think about me when I was like 19, 17, thinking about seeing your video, listen your music, and think that I could ever interviewed you, I was like, this is real or not? Believe it or not, this is so I wish you really to the best, like to release the other album, to do other live show, because I want to see you live. So like, this is selfish.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for your honesty, and thank you for being such a person with integrity, and that's important. That's what makes I think an album and the music important. and people even stay even closer because you stay humble, you stay true to yourself. And that's how we like musicians and music, not with fakeness. There's so much problem in the world, and please never stop writing music about real life. I need that, otherwise I go insane without about these dragons and things, whatever epic shit. And also, but one last important thing, the album will be released in physical copy as well, or is only digital?
I'm sorry, I didn't
I
understand.
said the last thing, that the album will be released in physical copies, or this only digital streaming?
Oh, digital CD. It's going to be released digitally. It's going to be released on CD, and it's going to be released on vinyl too, red vinyl.
Red vinyl. Okay, red as the passion.
That's right.
And that's gonna like a snack charmer. I really like it. So people can already pre-order and everything, go there and just get their own copy, especially the vinyls, because that's the main thing, of course. And keep on I say for myself, keep on supporting, because we need to see Kevin Steele live playing shows. So thank you so much, Kevin. It was really a pleasure to do another interview in the future with another album, with some maybe other news. And
my pleasure.
Stay always true to yourself. That's and thank you for the honor. And thank you for keeping me company my childhood and growing up.
I've been doing a lot of press for this album, and I got to say, of all the people who've interviewed me so far, you're the prettiest.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to hear that. I mean, I will save these in my head. Thank you so much. I'm really honored by that. It meant a lot. Thank you so much, Kevin.
Okay. All right. Bye-bye.
Bye. Have a good rest of the day. Bye.
Got some kind of power over me. Stay strong. Stay strong. Release me from your spell. Well, I wish I could resist you, but I just can't help myself.